English previous questions 2018 to 2024. 12 marks questions. You are graduate, you are interested in doing a course in management studies in ABC University. You would like to get details about the course. Write a letter to the admissions officer of the university. Mention different types of paragraphs. Elaborate the features of each type of paragraph. List the skill required to interpret nonverbal tests. Give 3 instances where you would find 5 diagrams, maps, tables, bar charts, line graphs. What are the advantages of diagrammatic representation? What are the skills required to transfer nonverbal communication? What are the parts of a formal letter? How is it different from an email? Use suitable examples to explain. What are cohesive devices? What is a flowchart? Where would you find it? Use any example to explain. What are the advantages of nonverbal tests over verbal ones? Discuss with examples. Identify the different forms of nonverbal information. Give 4 examples on nonverbal communication. What is transcoding? What should you know in order to transcode successfully? Discuss with examples. What does it mean to transcode information into verbal language? Explain with the help of suitable example. What are the different kinds of non-verbal representation? Give example. Discuss using examples the differences between a traditional letter and an email. Explain the format of a formal letter in terms of its orientation, information, and action. Use phrases, examples to explain. What is nonverbal communication? Name some commonly used devices for nonverbal communication. Elaborate on the advantages of nonverbal representations with 3 examples of any one of them. Discuss some of the way in which nonverbal communication can be deciphered. Explain how tables and trees helps in representing information. Discuss the different parts of a formal letter. What is meant by orientation, information, and action when writing a letter? Use examples to explain. List the different kinds of non-verbal representations. Elaborate on any one of them in detail. Use examples to explain how tables and trees are helpful in representing information. What does transcoding information into verbal language mean? Give examples of different kinds of nonverbal representation of information. What is the OIA format in a formal letter? Elaborate with examples. Examine the various kinds of nonverbal text. Discuss any on in detail. What is transcoding? Use examples to show how it is useful. List the 7 parts of a formal letters and discuss them. Write a paragraph on the advantages of a living in a city. What does order in a paragraph? Mention two ways in which order can be achieved. 6 marks questions. What are the features of a good paragraph? What is non-verbal communication? Give examples. What is the difference between a traditional letter and on email? What are the various techniques used to develop your vocabulary? Why do we need descriptions? Discuss with examples of the context situations where we may find descriptions useful. What is form? List a few with examples. Why do we need description? Discuss with examples of the context situations where we may find descriptions useful. How do we read texts? Does the reading technique differ for different kinds of texts? Give the step to develop a keyword phrase into a compare and contrast paragraph. It is useful for a text to have a title and use heading and subheadings. Why? Why not? What are superordinate terms? Discuss with the help of a list two sets of examples. Explain using an example the function and purpose of a reference marker. How do you understand thematic vocabulary? Elaborate. Use at least two themes with 4-5 examples of each theme. What is meant by reference markers in a text? What purpose do they serve? Use one example to explain.